This is Beyond the Tracks podcast. What's going on? It's your man, DJ Big Mike.
What up, though? It's your boy, Big Dooley.
And this is Beyond the Tracks podcast. Dooley.
You.
It's just me and you.
Just me and you.
Dooley.
Ooh, baby.
Just me and do.
Pause this, too. Yeah.
I should have came in singing to you. I should do some hip-hop or something.
Not so, I mean, right. You could have came up with a little remix or something.
I'll work on that for next
But that was a classic track, though. That was a classic track, though.
Yes,
We used to damn show bump that on the back of the bus.
Facts.
You know.
And like I said, it's just me and Dooley, the angry artist, is somewhere being mad as fuck.
It happens,
But, you know,
angry is
I'm
what
gonna
angry
shout him
does.
out. He just he coming off the Palmer Park Art Fair where he did his damn thing, met a lot of connections.
Shout out to the whole event. That was nice.
I want to drop something, but I'm not gonna drop it because I'm
Not
gonna let
gonna
him.
drop it?
No, I'm gonna let him tell it. I'm gonna let him tell it next time he come through.
That's cool. Yeah.
I want to drop it back because I
understand, but if it's his shine,
it's definitely his shine.
If it's his shine, let him do that.
I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna shine for him for a minute though, bro.
Go ahead.
It was so amazing.
Sir Bright
seeing him. Seeing him in his element, talking about his artwork, you know, like just really networking with people. And I mean, people would walk close to the booth.
Okay.
And he was like, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, let me talk to you for a minute." You know?
Right.
And I'm just like,
that kind of person,
bro,
right?
He ain't never been that kind of person.
Really, but he is very open, very forward,
bro.
Very customer friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Engaging conversation with any and everyone who passes by.
I feel like
I've seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah, I feel like Staples kind of opened him up when he used to work for Staples.
Yeah.
But bruh, Lloyd was always the dude in the background.
Okay.
He don't want to say nothing. He in the background just going.
Was he a manager? He was a manager.
He became a manager.
See
at
that training? That was that training. That shit stick with you. Mine was that McDonald's. I feel you, dog. Yeah, it stick with you.
And then it was like, I mean, even like trying to get him to do the podcast.
Okay.
He ain't doing no damn podcast. Huh? No. Now we can't shut that. They grow up.
It happens.
But hey,
once you
shout out to you, Lloyd. You know, man, doing your thing.
Beautiful
Dooley, what we
pieces.
talking about today, baby?
Well, you know what's coming up, man. So it's Daddy Day. You know, / Single Mother's Day.
Is it though?
I don't know.
I don't.
You know what? I stopped hating on that so long ago. You know what I mean?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, shout out to single moms that's doing their damn thing.
But that's called Mother's Day.
Exactly.
Right?
Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, happy
Every
birthday,
other
Christmas,
calendar holiday,
Thanksgiving
on the calendar, right? Is technically for women. You know what I'm saying? So Father's Day,
we do celebrate women.
It's for fathers.
Yeah,
it's for the men. Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, bro. What you want for Father's Day?
Most important thing, you know what? Let me be honest with you, because I'm doing the shit right this year, America. Right? I'm doing the shit right this year because
you gonna be home.
And I will be home. Okay. I will be home for Father's Day. I make sure I'm always home. Right? When you got motherfuckers who actually want to celebrate you, damn it, be there. Right?
Cheers to them.
No doubt. Shout out to them. So what I sent my ass out a wish list though. Right? I created a wish list, a Pops wish list. Okay. Right? And I just sent like probably 6 or 7 things that, you know, I would necessarily, you know, like in my life, you know, nothing crazy, everything under like $30, $35, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But I just wanted to give him some ideas, you know what I'm saying? Because what I done heard, you know, is not acceptable, right? I heard about a hat coming with some fans on the side, and I would enjoy that while I'm cutting the lawn, but you know, that's not really.
See, that's not you.
Duly approved, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And I'm aware if I so happen to get it. But, you know, hopefully I get something off the wish list. But for the most part, real talk, it's just having them kids with me. It's just having them grown-ass kids around me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Having a wife with me. And just letting them celebrate me. You know, it's one of them days where I don't have to do a damn thing. You know, from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. You know, pretty much everything, you know, is done for me on that day. I've been truly blessed. You know, like I said, to have a wife and kids love me. So as long as they willing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shit.
So just company. Company is your gift.
Man, company, it truly is. It truly is. Especially when your kids get a little older. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't
my oldest is 28, my youngest is 24. You know what I'm saying? So they got a choice now, right? They don't have to rock with me.
You kind of still got babies, but
I do.
They love you. They still love you.
They love me, right? You know what I'm saying? They still need me from time to time, you know. But that's just the way it is. You know,
they gotta be nice to you because you know you still giving them loans.
Well,
and cosigning.
You know, I still come in handy from time to time.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
My kids, they don't need me, so they don't need you. They don't give a damn.
I ain't say they needed me. Yeah, I just said
they don't need me for
they
nothing.
still wanted to be around me.
My kids grown
on that day.
My kids 30, 38, and 30.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know? Yeah.
So
that's okay. I mean, they fathers too, though, right?
My oldest is.
Your oldest is a father.
My oldest is, and hell, my youngest, you might as well say he a father now, because he got his own crib now. He done bought the first Crizzo. So he got grown folks bills now.
Right. Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like he was ready to put that.
Yeah, even like talking about that though, it's crazy because talking about gifts. My youngest son asked me that the other day. What do you want? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I got a couple things in my Amazon cart. And he went and looked at it or whatever, and it was like oil that I need for the Simply Natural products. And, some shit. And he was like, man, I'm not getting you products.
Don't be that way.
Right, for you to like sell. I want to know, what do you want? And I was like, man, I don't know, because I don't need nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know he's not going to be able to be here. You know, so I can't be like, well, come home and come holler at your pops. You know, right. So it's like I would like that company, but I got to think of something deep, because
you got to FaceTime though, at least, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, we'll do that. But I need a gift. I got to think of a good gift.
Yeah, do that.
Because Jamel, he the youngest, he good. Okay, he good for me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now Jordan, I love you, son, but if Jordan get me a card, that's incredible. Okay. Jordan used to give me a text.
Damn. Are you a card dude?
Happy Father's Day.
Are you a card? Man? I mean, is that important to you to receive a card?
Yeah, because it depends. It depends on the card and who it's from. And if you write something in the card that means something to me, that's. Yeah. As far as just getting a card that says something that Hallmark and put on it, and then you sign your name to it,
right? That's not. Yeah, I don't care. That doesn't hold much.
But if you write something out, I mean, shit, you ain't gonna give me a card. You can write that shit on some notebook paper, right? And I'm cool with it. You know,
that's what's up. Because cards ain't cheap nowadays.
Bro, I just bought something. The cheapest one I bought was $6.99.
Ooh, you ain't go to the dollar store.
Right, that's what my wife said. She was like, "You ain't go to the dollar store." I'm
you gotta go to the dollar store. Yeah, cards and balloons.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that.
For under $5.
I messed around and went. I might as well went directly to the
Hallmark. And the boys $4, so you get one in reserves.
What?
I'm just trying to tell you,
bro.
I'm just trying to tell you.
For Mother's Day, I bought. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 4 cards.
Good night.
And I want to say,
from the regular store?
Yeah, they was, and the cheapest one was $6.99. I want to say like the one I bought my wife was like 14, shit. Like 14. Yeah, it was like $13.99.
Yo, you got pop out cards and shit.
Yeah, they was beautiful. Okay, I don't know where they at now.
Yeah,
see, and so that's why I need to go to the dollar store.
Take your ass to the dollar store. They didn't came up on the selection. That might not necessarily be $1 no more, but they still cheaper than
they ain't gonna be $6.99. If they $6.99 at the dollar store, I'm fighting somebody at the dollar store.
I feel you.
Because they shouldn't call it the dollar store.
I feel you.
Just call it. You're gonna spend some dollars.
I'm gonna tell you what comes with my card. The best part about it is I normally do get a card, right, and some balloons, but it comes with a bag, and then the bag contains all my favorite snacks.
Okay.
From the dollar store.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
You feel me?
I'm with that.
So I'll be looking forward to that
that
bag.
Get the snack pack.
The snack pack, right? Everybody, the whole family, they know what I rock with, right? They know what I rock with. The little windmill almond cookies, even though they ain't got the nuts in them no more. Pause on that, but they used to back in the day.
That's
you know what I'm saying? The little almond windmill, those is my joints.
That's old people cookies.
I'm old people.
Bro,
you know
I just knew you was gonna be like 25 different bags of gummies.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm a cookie monster. Or now with the ice oatmeal boys. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about in America. Y'all be rocking with them ice oatmeal boys. Put them in a little bit of milk. So it's
from the right there. See, I only fuck with Lil Debbie.
You only fuck with Lil Debbie?
I only fuck with Lil Debbie.
Yo, bougie ass. See, that's why you don't get no snacks neither. Hey, look, whatever y'all put in that bag, the Mambas, yo, try and get the cherry Mambas though, and give me the good Mike and Ike's, right?
Say, what's
the fruity Mike and Ike's.
Mambas?
I want the fruity Mike and Ike's. Huh?
What's the cherry Mambas?
The variety pack, yo. I need the tropical pack, right? Not the pack with the lemon in it. I hate that pack. Don't nobody eat lemon Mambas. Take that lemon pack out them damn Mambas.
But what's a Mamba?
You don't know what a Mamba is?
Nah, I'm
what in God's name? Who raised? Look,
I don't know.
Mambas, it's like a chewy piece of candy. I'm trying to think of what it's like. It's
like a now later?
Kind of, but it's softer. Yeah, okay. It's softer. They come in different packs. It's like a raspberry, a strawberry, and then a lemon, right? But then they got the tropical pack with much better flavors.
And they got them at the dollar store.
Yeah, they at the dollar store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mamba.
Yeah, they're at the
I gotta remember this, people, so I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah, get some taffy in there, y'all. Get the banana joints. Get that banana joint up in there. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's been a little tradition.
You turning me on to some shit. I'm about to hit the candy aisle.
You know I'm diabetical
though. I'm diabetical though.
Oh, that's true. I understand. Okay.
I used to go to the dollar store to get my Russell Stover's sugar free until I found out that you only getting like 4 pieces of candy for like two, because it ain't $1 no more. It's like they like $2.25, and I went to the Russell Stover store and I can get that same. But let's talk about this for a minute,
okay?
Because I don't want to get on the tangent, but I'm gonna get on the tangent for
a little bit.
So everybody knows.
Remember the angry episode was last week,
right? A couple years ago, I'm diagnosed with diabetes. So I've been on my game. I've been watching myself, trying to get myself together. Bro, why is good food and good snacks, sugar-free, so expensive? Bro, I seen a pack. I love gummy worms.
Yeah.
So I seen a pack of, I can't remember the name of them, but for the zero sugar, you got a 3.5 ounce.
Okay.
For $3.50.
Damn.
For the sugar ones that had the sugar in the processed corn syrup and all that other bullshit.
That bad shit. How much were they?
For a 9 ounce.
A bigger bag now.
9 ounce, almost triple. 9 ounce bag. $3.75.
Damn. I mean,
so you know which one I got, right?
I hope you got the diabetical ones.
I didn't.
Damn, man.
I didn't.
What's wrong with you?
I was just, I'm gonna take a few at a time.
Okay, how did that work out for you?
I ate the whole bag in one sitting.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we're gonna leave those alone.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Because I gotta. That's one thing. Like holidays, make me think about. That's why I want to get into the conversation of what makes a good father. So around the holidays, what I do love is my kids.
Here we go.
My kids look out for me. They take care of me.
No doubt.
We have those conversations. They might talk some shit.
Yeah.
But they give me love too.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But is that did I do that or did they mama do that? We always debate in our household because we always say Jamel is Dana's child and Jordan is my child. So
interesting.
What you think?
It depends. The only time they're my kids is when they do some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's the reason why Jordan is my son.
Right? Oh, okay.
No.
That's the only time. You know what? I do get blamed for when shit go wrong, but truth be told, they got a couple of my bad traits, but you know what? Me and Nat both got kind of the same bad traits, so it's kind of hard to pin it, right? You know, not really. Not really. Some of that crazy shit.
So that's all you.
That's definitely
the crazy
your mama.
Shit is definitely you.
That's definitely your mama. You know what I'm saying? I've been real talk. I've always been the cooler head, though. You know what I'm saying? I've always been the laid back pops. You know what I mean? That's always been me. What makes you a good father, though? That right there, man. That's a heavy ass question right there.
Oh, I can break it down in one word.
Break it down. Break it down.
It's very, very simple to me.
Okay.
Honesty.
Woo.
Honesty.
One word.
Yeah, from day one. And the reason why is I felt like my parents wasn't as honest with me as they should have been.
Yeah.
And you find out about it.
Yeah.
You find out that your parents weren't honest with you.
Right.
And then you're disappointed. So
Very
from
true.
the rip, honestly, if you mad, you mad.
Yeah.
We ain't sugarcoating shit, none of that shit. Listen, I'm an old school father. I will put my hands on you. You feel what I'm saying? I put my hands on you.
Right.
So that's me.
We all read the verse about sparing the rod. Yeah. It's okay.
Bro, if I'm disappointed in you, I'm telling you, bro, you just did that. I'm disappointed as hell. That was that was some dumb shit.
Flat out. In those words?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just asking.
From early,
I'm asking.
From early on.
I went hard in the paint myself.
With that being said, I also praise 10 times as strong.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I get in your ass, and I'm gonna be honest about that. But when I tell you I'm proud of you, like when I tell my kids I'm proud of them, they damn near tear up. Yeah. Because they know. They was like, oh shit, like
you meant that shit.
What the hell going on with Dad? He been drinking?
Damn.
You know? Okay. Because I'll sit and have those conversations. They're probably too far and few in between. But when I have those I'm proud of you conversations with my kids, they know it's.
They always tell me I'm in my feelings. Do you get accused of being in your feelings?
Sometimes. It depends.
Every time, because you know what mine is? Like, I don't really, I will shoot that text, just random as shit. Like, I'm proud of you, right? It is uberly important, right? I'm the motivator. I am the inspirator. That is my role. That is always my job. I will motivate my children to my last breath. You know what I'm saying? But what I do is I send them videos, right? Because I know they get that right. If I see a good ass video on Instagram, right? Y'all don't see them videos, right?
Oh, I thought you were talking about
No, right? The things your father wanted to ever say, right? But he could never tell you, right? Them things, right? Or tell your daughter these things, right? My man with the voice who come on and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just send
the narrator of every TikTok video.
I'll just shoot him one of them links. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like I can never really say this. You know what I'm saying? But like real talk, like this is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like this it right here, right? And they be like, yeah, this ninja and his feelings all over again. Like Pop's having a light skin moment today, right? Like they do, like they roast me. Listen, let me be honest. Sometimes they be like, word up, Pops, like respect. That's what they gonna text me back. But when they see me, they gonna be like, man, what the hell was you on? I'm like, dog, listen. Sometimes they get me, dog. They get me,
bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
There's times where, especially my youngest son, because I growing up with him, he was a very difficult child. I can say that now. He was diagnosed with bipolar, so man, some of those days was rough. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But he's definitely a better man for it now. So sometimes I have been like because he's also the petty one. So sometimes I hold a lot of stuff back for him. I may tell Dana something, and then Dana be like, "Hey, your dad said blah 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 blah." Oh yeah, she's almost like that filter.
Oh yeah,
because there's times too where like I'll be texting him or I'll be on the phone with him or whatever, and I'm getting deep. Because I'm especially like right now, he's doing some grown man shit, and I'm so proud of him.
No doubt.
But he'll text Dana some shit. Dad been drinking.
Damn, see? You know what I'm saying?
I was like, damn, why I gotta be drinking? Right. I was drinking, but
that wasn't why I said what I said. It might be why I said it in that manner, but the message was still the same. It's always got to be something, right? We can't just, we can't just openly express our feelings too much, but I couldn't agree with you more. I was always very honest with my kids. I became a father at 19, right?
Damn,
I finished.
Was young.
I was the youngest shit, right? I was done being a daddy at 22. You know what I'm saying, right? That's when I had my youngest, right? That's called Dr. Slits Nutsman in America. That's how you achieve that. How do you have two kids and not no more? You go see Dr. Slits Nutsman.
So you
appreciate you.
Basically, what you're saying is your pullout game is weak.
I mean, it's strong as shit. What the hell am I pulling out for?
Say, well, now.
Well, now, yeah, I guess you can say it's weak now.
You ain't doing no condom, no birth control, no none of that.
What in God's name? What is that?
What
is that?
Listen, I'm giving you the garbage clap because you getting your shit
Blanks
cut.
It is, buddy. Blanks it is. Look.
Shout out to my brother.
Hey,
you know what I'm talking about.
Go see Dr. Slits Nutsman. I'm telling you, it takes away all the excuses. They can't even not swallow for you no more. It's just like a Diet Coke. Same great taste, less calories. Moving on.
Guy, I love it.
Yeah, but that's how you do that. But honestly, I've apologized to my kids more than they've apologized to me.
Okay.
Especially when they were young, right? Because they heard, you know what I'm saying? They went through some of our struggles because us having, high school sweethearts, managing, me migrating into a man, her into a woman, school, work, children, right? It was a lot, right? Our kids seen and heard and went through a lot.
Yeah,
right.
You know
so
what?
there was no hiding that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I never thought about that though.
My parents hid too.
Of saying,
I wanted to be honest.
Apologizing enough.
Oh my God.
Because I'm sure I didn't, bro. Like my son was born when I was 16. So
okay.
I'm sure I did. Hell, from probably 16 to 25, I'm sure I did a bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I like that though. Like making an effort to apologize.
Oh my God. I've always told them they will never catch me in apologies. I made that promise to my kids. They will never catch me in apologies.
I feel like my kids owe me a lot of damn.
Some bitches got some catching up to do. I ain't gonna lie. They damn sure got some catching up. They got a whole lot of shit that you should have apologized for that you didn't. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, right, I want to set that example, right? And own my own shit, right? It's always best to, I
like that.
You have to, right?
Yeah.
That was the most important thing to me in America, right? Especially as your kids grow up. They gotta be able to look me in the eye and respect me. You understand? You understand? It's a look. Right?
I gotta touch on that because
please do. It's a respect look. Without it, bro, it validates me though.
I say this all the time. I raise my kids this way. I manage jobs this way. I want somebody, whether it be my kids, especially my kids, I want you to respect me. I don't want you to fear me.
Oh, say it, man.
Come on. Because when they respect you,
say that.
You don't have to. When they respect you, they're doing it, and if they do something wrong, they're already disappointed in themselves before you even say anything.
No doubt.
But when it's fear, it's all based in, I hope I don't get caught.
That's it.
Because if I get caught, he gonna mess me up.
But you ain't learning shit though.
Right? Yes.
Right?
So yes, I
absolutely.
Please. And I think because I think to myself, with my father, it was more of a fear.
No doubt.
And don't get me wrong, I respect my father 1,000,000%. But growing up, it was like, I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I got to do this right, and I got to do because if not, my father's gonna be angry. You feel what I'm saying?
I do.
I wish it was different. I wish it was what it should be is, man, I really got to get this together and do this and not do this and do this because I want my father to respect me and to love me. You feel me? Now, I'm not worried about ass whooping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about disappointing pops.
Right.
He here from, you know what I'm saying?
How much did the way you were parented by your father, right? How much are you like him in your fathering ways? Did you go the opposite way, or do you see yourself following the example that he set?
Okay. That's a difficult one because there are many, many things that I think that I've taken from my father and the way he parented, but I've taken them, especially as I got older, and flipped them.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and I'll just give you a little bit of one thing, right? So a punishment for me was I had to cut the grass.
Okay.
Sometimes I would have to cut the grass with one of them old school blades spinning push mowers.
Right.
Our yard wasn't that big, but when you 8 years old, that shit is hard, right?
No doubt.
Especially when I'm looking at a brand new,
right? Shit.
lawnmower in the garage.
It makes sense.
So I kind of took that, and I didn't really use cutting the grass as a punishment.
Okay.
It was more of one of those things where I took that because I knew how important the grass being cut to my father was, right? And being and looking good and looking professional, or not professional, but just looking good in the
presentable.
It's our home. Yeah, presentable
for sure.
And so I took that, and like with my kids. Well, let me say this: my oldest son, because Jamel, he ain't cutting shit. But my oldest son, like I just groomed him and said, like, this is why it's important. This is why I make you cut the grass. It's because it presents to the people who are just coming down the street that you care about what's yours. And we ain't putting a bunch of toys and shit in the yard.
You can't ask nobody else to respect your property, right? If you don't show that property love and appreciation for it. So
once again, I took it as it's a respect thing. Okay. So another thing too, like my dad is a narcissist. Okay. First I need to say that. And so people who know and work with narcissists, they know that their thought process is their thought process. Gotcha. Right? And so whatever they're saying or doing, they feel that in that moment it is the best for you.
Always.
In their mind, but it's really the best for them.
Yep.
So I've taken like a lot of narcissistic type behavior. Okay. And I've flipped it.
Okay. Done the complete opposite.
Yes. Okay. So there's things like, great example is my dad, to spend time with me, would want me to work on a car with him.
Got you.
But the whole time he was yelling and screaming at me because I wasn't doing the shit right. I know he was doing that now to make me think and be better at working on cars. But what it did to me is it turned me away from working on cars. I can change oil in a tire and that's about it.
Right, turn me away.
So same thing with sports. He wanted me to play baseball. I was great at baseball.
Got lost in translation.
One of his things was he used to throw baseballs at me so that I would get used to being hit or not be afraid of a pitch, right? It makes sense in theory, but what that did is it didn't make me not be afraid of the pitch. It made me say, fuck baseball. I'm out.
Yep.
So little things like that. I've taken a lot of things that my father has done with me and just flipped them. Okay. A lot of things. What say you? I know your father was a pastor. So,
right. So I wanted to do things a little bit differently. Like my father didn't believe in whooping, right? Spankings. Okay. Right. My father never spanked me one time in his life. You know what I'm saying? I never got spankings from my father.
That's why you need an ass whooping now.
Well, my mama made up for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mama's made up for that shit.
Mamas will do that.
Right. But one thing I say, I really wanted to take his parenting style to another level because I wasn't a big whooper either, right? You know what I'm saying? I understand. To me, whooping my kids or hitting my kids was a failure. That was always a last resort, right? Never a first resort, right? So my kids heard a whole lot of conversations, right? A whole lot of preaching, right? Or whatever, a whole lot of explaining. You know what I'm saying? I did, right? Because I felt like if I have to hit you to get you to feel what I'm saying, I failed. My job, right, as a father.
Yeah, that's deep.
Was I have failed you, right?
I don't think I ever thought about it that way, but I think I felt that.
Sometimes it was absolutely necessary, right?
Always.
In the heat of the moment, right? I told you not to touch that shit no more. Bye, right? I've done that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've done that. But as far as
don't get me wrong. My kids have only got a couple
belt, like, or to actually, they can count. Maybe 1-2 times, right, in their life that I actually, put like a belt to ass,
and
right?
That's the same.
And that's because their mama made me, right? It was like, look, I can't be the only one. You the daddy. You got to whoop them too. Okay.
I'm being the bad guy. Right. You got to do some bad shit sometimes.
Right. I got to do some bad shit. I was that guy, right? Okay, I did it too. Now go into your room.
Oh, yes.
But, that was always me, right? So I wanted to build upon what he had, right? And I had older parents, right? I'm pretty sure my dad was like 36, 37, right, years old. Okay. So I had older parents. My mom was 10 years older. My mom was like, 39.
Okay.
Mom was 39 when she had me, so that made my dad like 36, 37, something like that. Okay. Long story short,
my parents
they were older, right?
Yeah.
So
that makes a huge difference.
From that aspect, I knew I wanted to do the complete opposite, right? I had my kids young as hell. That was not neither one of my
we
kids
ain't doing all that.
Were an accident. My first son, right, at 19 years, he was not an accident. He was playing, right? We wanted it, right? Both of my kids were actually playing, right? Neither one of them were an accident. So I knew that, and I knew that I would especially once I got to my adult age, me and my dad really drifted apart. Okay. And it's one of the, if I had something to do over, right, I would find a way to get closer. May rest his peace, rest in peace, now rest his soul. But I knew that I would spend a lot more time with my kids as adults than I did as children. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So from that aspect, I knew I had to be a communicator. I had to be an explainer, right? And I had to get that respect. I did not want you to fear me, right? Yeah. I didn't really have to. I didn't have to, right? I give you that look.
Yes.
Right?
They already know. Oh,
and they knew, right? Like if I have to stop what I'm doing, right, I'm going to fuck you up. I will fuck you up, right?
You know I can.
But, right? But 99 times out of 100, it was over. And that could be across the room, right? Across the basement. It didn't matter. If we made eye contact, right, and I didn't like what you were doing, it was over. So I didn't have to, right? I really didn't have to lay hands on her. So it was much more about respect. And I didn't do the sir thing. I'm going to ask you how you feel about that, right? Okay. And I had a cousin who's always, his kids always had to say, yes, sir, no, sir, right? And then, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And I get the whole respect thing, and right, to other folks, your older aunts and uncles, but I never wanted my kids to call me sir. No. I'm your father, right? I'm not your sergeant.
I'm not your drill sergeant. You're not in the military.
I'm not none of that shit, right? I know you respect me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to call me sir. Yeah. Right? For me to feel respected.
Dad is to me is more powerful than
right?
Sir.
Right? You can't call me nothing great. That's the best name I got.
Dad, daddy, pops, all that.
That is the best name I got.
Sir to me is just it's always been a little too formal.
That's too much for me.
And
it's too much
forced.
For me. Right?
You trying to kids don't call you. They don't call you sir out of just normal.
Right?
Like that's forced.
Right? Yeah. And them the kids is getting caught up in this shit, right? Them the kids you can't take your eye off on, right? Me, I trust you. I know you were probably over there doing some shit, but as long as it don't get back to me, do your damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah. I was just thinking about when you said when you was talking about the look, and I was thinking, I was like, yeah, the look works, but then I thought about it. And Jordan, my oldest, it worked. Okay. Or if I gave you the look and you didn't calm the fuck down, and I stood up,
see,
the stand up worked.
The stand up work, okay.
Jamel, I love you. You know I love you.
Yeah,
this is your podcast, brother. But did I mention that Jamel was petty?
You a little bit,
okay,
once or twice.
So Jamel's ass would be, I don't know, and I'm
okay.
He might have been 4. Right? I don't know. He might not have been that young, but Jamel was one of those kids, man. I give him the look. He looking at me like, what you looking at? Right. Why are you looking at me like that?
Got you. This how it feel.
What you standing up for? I can stand up too.
Shit.
I'm gonna have to choke him.
Okay. Yeah, once, twice, sometimes.
But everybody's different. It's weird to me how people would say all the time, man, like, how can your kids be the total opposite and they was raised in the same household?
That's their own personality, though.
It's not only that, but you got to think. I had Jordan at 16 years old. Jamel didn't come along till 8 years later. Okay. By that time, I was out of college. I was a nurse. I had a job. I mean, there was so much shit that I did different. I was still young, but it was the way I handled things was a little more different. And don't get me wrong, I've choked Jamel out. Love you, son.
Okay.
You're over the age. You can't call CPS.
CPS. You're right.
You've threatened many times. You can't.
I wish you would. That's what the threat was. I wish you would call CPS. Go ahead,
bro. Jamel used to hit us with that.
Really? I call CPS.
I'll call CPS. We be like, then we all going somewhere.
I put them some bitches on speed dial for you.
We all going somewhere today.
Just kiss
you
that
call,
PlayStation
you call
in there
them,
goodbye.
Yeah.
Kiss everything that you got in there goodbye, because it's not promised.
I love it. Yeah, man. I mean, I have to say this though. Just growing up a young father, people always say, "Would you, if you had it to do all over again, what would you do different?" And my answer has always been the same: nothing.
Not much.
Nothing. Because I am who I am because of that decision. They are who they are because of the decisions. And I'm not disappointed in either one of them.
There is no right or wrong way. There is no right or wrong time. You know what I'm saying?
Like you had said, both of your kids was playing.
They were.
My younger son was,
even at that young age.
My oldest son was definitely not playing.
Okay.
But I will tell you this: it was in somebody's plan.
It was in God's.
You know what I'm saying? So
no
I tell people this all the time, and people kind of look at me crazy. But for real, if my youngest son was not born 9 days before my 16th birthday, I would not be. I would be a drug dealer. I would be in them streets. And people go, "Yeah, Mike, you ain't even about them streets."
Right.
But at 14, 15 years old, like, you don't know the shit that I was doing. And people didn't see it because I was 14, 15 years old living in Monroe, Michigan.
That don't mean you wasn't out there doing
you know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like, so it's like, I always say, my oldest son changed my life. And he made my life better for my youngest to come along.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So the issues that my youngest son dealt with growing up, I was more prepared for that. So it was like everything was meant to be. Where it was, the timing, all that.
I agree. I agree. And people always
we might
ask
cry
me,
today.
No. A lot of folks. How did you know you was done after 2 kids? Because I went and seen Dr. Sliss Nutsman at 23. I was 23 years
I want to
old.
know your doctor's real name.
I don't know. I've called him Dr. Sliss Nutsman for the last 24 years.
It sounds good.
It does. But I knew. I knew I was done. I had a healthy baby boy. I had a healthy baby girl. And I just felt like, in my heart of hearts, I felt greedy. I'm just going to be honest, America. I felt greedy. I felt like God had given me what I asked for. That, and Nat said, I ain't having no more goddamn kids. You make me have another, right?
You fucking up my figure.
Right. So, I felt like she had 2 kids. I could do this.
Okay.
So that's how that happened.
What's the age gap?
Between 4 years.
4 years. Okay. That's a good gap.
4 years.
That's a good gap.
And I had one of each. I raised them the same. They took it different. They took the shit different.
You had a boy and a girl, so that's different.
I had a boy and a girl, right? Same messages.
The girl had you wrapped.
No doubt. Still, what you fucking mean had? What you fucking mean had? Right? Like it's over. Let this shit don't stop.
I'm sorry. She still has you wrapped.
Still. That's okay. That's my sweet pea, right? She's supposed to, right? I'm the first man she will ever truly love, right? So I tried to be a good example. I ain't saying I'm the best, but shit, I'm what you got.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah. So before we get out of here, man, I'm just gonna say, man, I want to shout out my kids.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? Jordan, Jamel, I love you. Great job. Jordan, doing your thing. Jamel, doing your thing.
That's what it is.
I'm taking credit for both of them.
Yeah.
And Dana had a little something to do with that.
Well, she contributed.
She has all of it to do during Mother's Day.
No doubt. No doubt.
But on Father's Day, no matter what the good things or the bad things were, that was because of me. Boom.
Right on.
What say you, sir?
I'm going to go ahead and repeat that sentiment. Hey, yo, champ, my right-hand man.
Dooley gonna cry. Put it out there, brother. It's also Men's Mental Health Month.
I love
Be
you,
emotional.
Son.
Yeah.
My daughter. I love you, sweet pea. Y'all are truly my existence. I love you so much. Thank you for being you.
Say, well, now that you done made me look like the asshole father, just giving some quick ass shout outs.
You are.
now, look,
that's that MGD kicking in. That's what that is.
I'm usually the emotional one,
right?
And
bro.
I'm like, let me see if I can get it together.
Me. What's my purpose of being a father? What made you a good daddy and all this shit? I'm like,
hold on, let me see if I can get it together though.
You all right? Work it out.
Nah, my kids know I love them. Fuck them.
And that's all that matters.
And with that being said, it is your man DJ Big Mike.
Hey yo, Big Dooley out this boy.
And we out. Peace.